Apple just released their next-generation MacBook Pro, and it's thinner than ever. It features a Retina display with 4 times the pixels as the previous model, and it's running Intel's latest Core i7 Ivy Bridge processors. This new laptop can be yours, starting at $2,200.
Welcome back, Matt Myra.
Thanks, tall, handsome guy.
You know, this is my first ever Gadgetpron, so please be gentle on me, yet continue to gaze at me in that longing fashion.
Very handsome.
So the MacBook Pro that you've already fallen in love with just got a lot slimmer and easier to look at. It's the new MacBook Pro with eyeball melting Retina display.
Yeah, this is it. This is the thing we were all sort of waiting for and expecting Apple to do. First thing you'll notice is the slimmer design. Take a look at this thing. Apple did a great job taking the design from the previous MacBook Pro, which I feel like America agreed was good. And it is insanely thin. Look at it. That is 0.71 inches. Here's a shot of it next to the old guy. It's like,
shocking.
It's like me and Rob.
No.
Yeah, it's only 0.71 inches thick, like we said. The ports have been completely updated as well. So you're going to get USB 3.0 now, as well as HDMI out and an SD card slot. That's not all, folks. Turn it around. No optical drive, because we don't need those anymore. And two Thunderbolt ports and a USB 3.0, as well as a new MagSafe port. The MagSafe port now is thinner, which means if you have a bunch of extra adapters, Apple is forcing you to spend even more money. But I think, hands down, this is one of the best design notebooks we have seen.
Now, let's talk about this Retina display.
Yeah.
We've seen it on the iPad and the iPhone, and now it's on a MacBook Pro with 2800 by 1880 resolution. How'd you like the screen?
That sounds like a buddy cop movie. The guy's from 2800, he's from the future. Another guy's from 1880, and it is fun. Anyway, the screen is stunning. The text on this really looks like you're reading bright paper. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Look at the garbage on the other side there. I had no idea. It should. Vomit. I dare you. We'll go viral. Puke on this, and we'll go viral.
All
go.
right.
Did you see how Tech Show puked on a new laptop? Give it to me.
I was nervous, so I didn't eat before, so there's nothing to puke.
Oh.
It would just be stomach acids that would eat it.
And it's very good with stomach acid. 2800 by 1880 is the resolution. It is leaps and bounds better than what we've seen from previous laptops that have come out this year. I also really like the new display. It has a bunch of different settings. So you can increase the size of the text and still make it sharp. So it's not going to be, like when you blow up text and it's all pixely and stuff, it's not going to do that on the Retina display because it's fancy-like.
Now, Apple also upgraded under the hood with Intel's latest processor, Ivy Bridge.
Yes.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that the name of the show choir you were in high school?
Yes.
Ivy Bridge?
Ivy Bridge, and we opened up for Hootie and the Blowfish on the Fairweather Johnson tour.
I have some of the bootleg. So, how was the speed?
It was actually very, very noticeably faster than the last MacBook Pro. The new Ivy Bridge processor is a ridiculous name, but it's also the big reason that this thing is faster, as well as the solid-state drive that's in here. That is now standard on all models, everybody. We knew it would happen eventually. Look at this thing boot up in 12 seconds.
I heard you boot up in 12 seconds.
Well, you've heard right, because that's true. My erections are fast.
Oh, wow.
Listen, this is a significant increase over the speed of the last one, and this is because there's no more spinning hard drive, so there's no more moving parts. On the downside, the solid-state drive that comes in this guy is only 256 gigs for $2,200. That is dumb. That's my opinion on it. It's dumb. The speed bump isn't just during boot, though. It's across the board. Everything's faster. Apple has switched the graphics processor on this. Now you're getting an NVIDIA GPU that is much better for gaming. 1 gigabyte of GPU memory is now standard on all models. We did it.
All right. Now, if I understand correctly, the graphics processor is where a lot of the heat on laptops comes from. How hot does this thing get?
Rob, you know what you're talking about. That's exactly where the heat comes from.
Heat's my specialty.
I'm feeling it. Look at him. Jesus. Okay. I did it again. Yeah, the heat has been an issue on all of the MacBook Pro models before. Everyone complains about it burning your lap. In fact, they had to change it to a portable computer because they didn't want it on your lap. But Apple has improved the thermal cooling system. Take a look at the fancy graphic. You see, air is blue, and then it is made yellow, and then it comes out red.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a new cooling system they've designed just for this machine, and it was very important to them. It's an asymmetrical blade, so it evenly distributes the air but it also makes the fan noise much, much less. The computer still gets hot, but it is a lot better than previous models. So I say, hey.
What
nice.
kind of battery life should we expect?
Not a bunch.
Okay.
Now, Apple says you're going to get 7 hours of battery life, but again, that is in a very controlled setting where your brightness is maybe at nothing, and you're using a flashlight to see what's on the screen, and the Wi-Fi's off. If you're going to use it for real, you're going to get about 5 hours. And that's with the display around 75% of brightness, with a bunch of apps open. Apple plugged a ton of new tech into this for the battery, and the new model, I have to say, it doesn't disappoint, especially for how light it is and how big the battery is.
Right on. So you can get the new MacBook Pro with Retina display starting at $2,200 American dollars. What's the verdict?
We are giving this a 4 out of 5.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the best designed notebooks out there right now. Apple made it much thinner and lighter without sacrificing important ports, and the display is stunning and probably a pretty good reason to upgrade. But that being said, if it wasn't so expensive, it would be a 5 out of 5. I really feel like $2,200 for a machine that only has 256 gigs of storage is stupid. So get the $27.99 model. It's actually a better value. You're going to get a bigger hard drive, faster processor.
Right on. Well, 4 out of 5 is almost 5 out of 5.
Yeah, but it's not.
But Myra, you're 5 out of 5 in our hearts.
Can I get an Apple box for Thursday?
That's it for today's Gadgetpron. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetpron@g4tv.com, and we'll print it out and throw it in the garbage.